on the homeless stability site, I believe we were told in the select committee on homelessness that the NOFA is ready, has been ready for some time, and just isn't being put out. They're awaiting the go from higher levels. Do we know why that has not been authorized yet?
So we have an RFP that's probably 85 to 90% drafted. We've quite honestly been in a bit of a holding pattern given the emergency ordinance. We were waiting to see what that looked like. And now with the new supplemental budget proposal that is unclear on what the funding will look like going forward, we were hesitant to put anything out just yet. But we are close on the RFP if that's the direction decided to proceed in.
We have asked the department to do this a long time ago, and I really hope what we're not hearing from you, Mr. Cooley, is that you're going to wait till council takes action at the end of next month to put out that RFP. Is that, are you telling us that you're going to wait to the end of August when council takes action?
I was not aware of the full timeline, so we've not discussed that at this point. We could proceed earlier if need be, but I know there are concerns about us putting things out there when we don't know if the funding's going to be there or not.
But there were pathways prior to the council taking up land use regulation at where it could have been cited. So what I don't understand is how it got promised to be committed by a certain date. And what I'm hearing is, oh, well, this came up, well, that wasn't planned. And so why was that first promise just not delivered?
Councilmember, I'm sorry that that was promised. I want to reiterate that without the specifics in place, it's tough for us to draft the proposal. So if we're thinking about cities that are not in unincorporated Pierce County, it's going to be a big hurdle to draft that so narrowly and think about what the future could look like. So if we were to make code changes, we would most likely want those in the proposal. And so that has been a barrier that our team has been trying to work through and think about. I can tell you that the Human Services team was just meeting with Planning and Public Works last week, talking about what this could look like going forward, but we're in a bit of a tough spot here.
So I can appreciate the tough spot. I guess we're in the same tough spot we've been in since we first authorized this last fall. Why are we in mid-July and just now realizing that we're in a tough spot? That should have been pretty clear in that first look in January. And if that was the case, I would have expected the land use changes to come forward several months ago to line it up, not wait till the last minute when now it's unfeasible to fund everything. We knew we had these tight ARPA timelines. It sounds like early on you knew that there might be a regulatory hurdle, and yet we haven't had a proposal come to us to try to fix the regulatory hurdle that we knew was in place 6-7 months ago. I mean, I don't believe this is a standard operating procedure we want for county government. This is not what we call efficiency. This is not what we call transparency.
We're frustrated, as you know. We've been asking for clarity about these things since we knew how long things take to contract, and that's why we got really serious at the end of last year and at the very beginning of this year, asking for clarity of how to move forward. And we've been asking in the select committee for some time, and we get one answer one day and often crickets for weeks, and often told something totally different a month later. It's incredibly frustrating.